talk today about a few basics of therapeutic writing, about the ways we can make writing work for us without harming ourselves too much with writing, because writing is a very powerful instrument, and as with a hammer or any other instrument, if we don't have the skill to use it, we can do some good if we're lucky, and we can do some bad things if we're not so lucky. But if we know what to do, when, how, then we are better equipped. So why should we write? Should is a strong word here, but why would it be helpful if we wrote? First of all, to clear our minds, because sometimes we have so many thoughts in our heads at the same time, or such strong feelings that come as a wave and don't allow us to concentrate. We need to focus on something and we just can't, because we have strong feelings, be it anger, fear, or sadness, or something like that, that we cannot attend to the task at hand. That's one reason why writing would be helpful, to express those feelings, to give them some space on paper and free the brain, because we can write down our worries or things that just go in rounds and rounds in our head and say, okay, I gave you a little bit of attention now please don't bother me for a while, I'll come back to you later. And usually they oblige, at least for a while. Another thing why writing is helpful is that many of us have, actually all of us, have strong experiences, very powerful experiences, that we have never told anyone about. It can be painful experiences or happy experiences, but the question is that they are out of the ordinary, and this is not the events that we can bring up during a conversation at a table or small talk, or in a conversation with a person with whom we don't feel much rapport or trust, and often we're not surrounded with people with whom we can really talk. And if these important events are not told, not storied, they keep living separately in our memories. They don't become part of our story about ourselves. And we cannot, if these were good experiences, we cannot rely on them. We cannot invite them, we cannot learn from them. We forget them. And this is sad because we forget our resources, what we give value to in life. And if these are bad events, if they are not part of a story, they exist in the eternal present. And they jump on us from the memory with the intensity of a present experience. And this disrupts our life. And it is often more scary to have flashbacks than to have an actual traumatic experience. Because actual traumatic experiences, they start, they pass, they end. And they are not going to be repeated in the same way. Never. But the flashbacks are unpredictable. They can reappear at any time. And you are always tense, you're always scared when this will happen again. And this changes the life, not to the better. So one of the ways to avoid flashbacks, to transform them, is to face those memories and to concentrate on them in a way that we can process them and tie them with links of meaning to other events in our lives and to our hopes, dreams, character strengths, our relationships with other people. So we move the memories from being dissociated, we reassociate them into the chain, into a plot, into a link of events, a whole story. and they actually physically move in our brain. They become coded in a different part of the brain. Also, when we say that we think about something all the time, if we were to time ourselves, press a button when you think about a certain topic, thinking about something all day would come up together as about 2 minutes of pure time. Because when we just think about something, it is a flash, a thought is very short. And then our monkey brain jumps and goes in some other directions, and then we encounter that same thought again, but it has not developed. It is just almost the same thought. But if we give ourselves time to concentrate, if we take one thought and we unfold it till the end of this thought, and then we explore the next thought after this one linked to the previous one, and do it in a concentrated fashion for 15 minutes, we'll do more work on this area of thought in writing for just in those 15 minutes that we had done thinking about all day, several weeks, really. And that's why writing really advances any process that it is involved into, because we clean our brain, we clear our brain from the thoughts that go in round and round and round and round, and our brain space become clear for new thoughts, and often these thoughts are creative solutions that we just didn't have the space for while we were munching on the old thoughts. So if we want to really achieve something, a goal, a dream, a different way of life, it is very helpful to return to this in writing, to record your progress. If you are doing something to transform yourself, as they say, with intention, attention, and action, writing is a very good practice to do it, because you come to it with intention, you focus your attention, and you do something, and at the end you have something that you can transpose back into your life. So that's the pep talk about why writing is a very good addition to the life of any person who likes to write. Because of course, if at school the teacher said to you, "Look at that! Look at this handwriting! It's like a chicken crawled here without a head. So bad, you don't know how to spell. And let's read such and such composition on this topic," and everybody laughs. Of course you don't write, you don't like it, because you have this teacher in your head, the memory of this teacher criticizing you even before you start writing. That's why I really don't like this practice at school. And the worst thing that puts us off writing is when somebody has broken our privacy and read our journals and used this information against us, or made us vulnerable, laughed at us. One of my notebooks was stolen by one of my classmates, and she read it aloud in front of the whole class. It was Form 6. We were about 11 years old, 12, and not a very nice experience. I don't friend her back on Facebook.